I um I just want to show you this and I get to your cause. You know, it, if I was emotional, I would think how sad it is what has happened to the blacks. And not all, but most. They have been so brainwashed and dumbed down and made to be lazy and made to not be responsible for themselves and to blame others if they don't get it free. And as a result, they're never gonna stop begging and blaming. Because as long as they blame, they can beg, and when they beg, they can get. Because they're black. And it's not helping them at all. It's not helping at all. And white Americans have opened up everything for the last 70 years. They have given their country over to people who don't know how to run it, who are not smart enough to do for themselves, nor they're lazy and they cannot do for themselves. And white America have given them America. And the only thing they know how to do is to destroy it. They cannot make it better. There's no way. They can take something that's good, and they do. White people have allowed blacks to go into the universities, and they're not qualified. They've told the blacks, you don't have to be qualified. You just have to be black. And especially the black females. And then they'll let the blacks into their communities, and the blacks destroy the communities in the same way they've done with white universities, white schools. They have allowed the blacks to work in their companies, and they have done nothing but destroy them. They show up late, they complain, and then when the boss says, well, I don't care, they say, I'm going to sue you for racism. It's so bad now that it's become a thing. It has really become a thing. And the generation from 70 years, give or take, to now has only gotten worse in the black community or with black people. It's sad. Black people used to, at one time, earn their way. And they didn't want handouts. They didn't want you to feel sorry for them because they were black. They did for themselves. And they treated white people and other people the way they would like to be treated. All of that is gone now. And then when you tell the blacks, no, I'm not giving you anything, they want to fight with you. And they are proud to be affirmative action babies, reparations babies, DEI. They're proud about it. I have proof. They are proud to be lazy and no good. Really. And they're bragging about it. A former MSNBC host, Joy Reid, recently said she is proud of being a DEI affirmative action baby. Proud of it. That's what you have done to them, white people, by giving to them because they pretend slavery was a problem. And you fell for it, and you never had anything to do with slavery. And slavery wasn't like what they tell you anyway. And they are proud. They have they don't want to earn their way. And they don't have to as long as they can cry racism. And if white people love the blacks, they will say no to them if they loved them. They will say no. But they haven't said no. And the blacks are violent, angry, lazy, and everything. This female, Joy Reid, is proud of being DEI and affirmative action baby. And she went on to redefine DEI as damn excellent. and innovative. Ain't nothing innovative about that, nor excellent, and nor is she. Watch this from X.
As many times as I have been called DEI or an affirmative action baby and all that, you know what I never get? Mad. Because I actually am very much in favor of DEI. I don't take that as an insult because I understand that that means that I'm just damn excellent and innovative. And yeah, I am DEI. I'm bringing diversity, and that's bringing something great. You're not insulting me. If you say, oh, you're an affirmative action person that got into Harvard, I'm like, yeah, I got into Harvard with affirmative action, and Yale, and Brown, and also, Vassar, and the University of Denver.
Isn't that amazing? She got in without having to earn it at all. Didn't know 2 plus 2. And they let her in because she's black. Not because she's qualified. And now it's getting so bad, they won't even educate the white man. They'll let him in. She's proud of it. And they all are like this. They fight for it. And they get mad if the white man don't just let them in. Where is the love for the blacks? Love means don't hate, don't judge, but make them earn their way. That's what parents do. Well, they don't do it anymore. Used to do. They prepare the kids to earn their way by teaching them from the very beginning how to be responsible. And it's so bad that a genocide is being done to white Americans in America today. It's in Africa and now it's here. Because you have people like that. And you have people like Al Sharpton and Ben Crump and others. And they are afraid that white people may wake up and say no. Especially with the great white hope, Donald Trump being in there. And they call him king. And they call him what manner or man is this? The wind and the sea obey him. They call him Daddy, Donald Trump. And it's driving the DEI blacks insane because they know that Donald Trump will make them earn their way. Daddy will make you on your way. Daddy is not like mama. Even in Chicago, the so-called mayor, Lord, Brandon Johnson, whatever his name is, and then the stupid governor, they don't want you to clean up Chicago. They want blacks killing each other. And Trump like, I'm coming. Daddy's coming. Daddy's going to clean it up. And they're doing all they can to prevent that from happening. Do you still want the blacks running your cities, your states? And this woman, Joy Reid, is evil. She is proud to be lazy and not have to earn her way. And she's just in because she's black. Only because she's black, nothing else. When I look at the world, it fills me with sorrow. Who really cares? Who is willing to try to save a world that is destined to die? My country is gone. It's no longer tears of thee. You have given to the blacks for the last 70 years, and they don't even know how to build anything or keep the good that you have done. They don't know how to keep it going because they have not been forced to earn their way. Benjamin Crump and Al Sharpton and all those people are freaking out because Donald Trump has taken away some of those government programs and all that kind of stuff they've been getting free. They can't believe that they may take away our free stuff. And they are ticked, they say. DRM News. So-called attorney Benjamin Crump delivered a blasting speech at the National Action Network March on Wall Street in New York City, urging communities to fight for generational wealth. Fight for it. Don't earn it. Fight for it. Don't go to work. Don't create your own thing. Fight for it. Generational wealth, equality, and a better future for black children. Watch this.
We have to be willing to speak up for our black children's future. And we have to be willing to fight for our black children's future. Because if we ain't willing to fight for our black children's future, we can't expect nobody else to fight for our black children's future. Are y'all ready to fight? Are y'all ready to fight? Are y'all ready to fight? Y'all ain't scared. Y'all ain't scared.
Amazing, huh? A man who is not able to stand on his own. He got to fight the white man for free stuff. They're not fighting for freedom. They're fighting for free stuff. They're fighting for it. They're not telling the black kids, y'all need to get up and go to work. Y'all can earn your way. You can do it too. They want to fight for governmental program. They want to fight for free stuff. They want to fight for DEI. What does DEI mean?
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
They want to be included without earning their way. And he's giving this loud nonsense talk. And everybody going, yeah, yeah. It wasn't black people. I'm from the old school. It wasn't like that in the good old days. Black people were never fighting for free stuff. The civil rights movement set them up. And look like it's just going to get worse. And there are some black men and women are waking up, though. I got to say that. Some are starting to wake up to this. All would never wake up anyway. But look how he's screaming and yelling for free stuff. Black people, and not all, but most, the blacks believe that white people are superior to them. And then there are some white people, not all, who believe the Jews are superior to them. They hate the Jews. Why don't you lay down your weapon and just live your life? Why don't you just live and whatever somebody else has or whatever they're doing, let it be on them, and you just live your simple life. You'll be amazed at what happened. 888-775-3337. They're at Al Sharpton Function, the so-called National Action Network, screaming to fight for free stuff. And they haven't earned a dime of it. Let me go to Florida and talk to Yuri. Is Yuri a first-time caller? Yuri, you are on the air. Yuri.
Hello?
Yuri.
Hello?
Yuri,
Yes?
I'm calling just to say hi.
No. No. I'm sorry. I'm paying attention to the TV, and I was like, I didn't come on. I didn't hear you call me on the TV. I'm sorry.
No problem. Thanks for calling. You're on the air.
Oh, okay. I'm calling. This is my second time calling you.
Okay.
I done apologize to my parents. Well, my mom is dead, so I try to apologize to the dead, I guess.
Yeah.
I tried to apologize to my daddy, but I don't know if it's the language barrier issue. I don't know, because he's Haitian. So I don't know if that's a language barrier, but I kind of feel like he understands where I came from because now he don't want to call me no more, or he don't want to pick up my calls too much.
Right.
I was doing the silent prayer for a while, and then something scared the hell out of me. I think I was getting attacked. So now I stopped doing the silent prayer. And I guess I'm back on the binge. I stopped smoking. I put that away because you kind of made me give that up. And then now I'm starting to drink again. And then not only that, I know you said don't be with a man and stuff like that because of my situation. I need to stay single anyways. But now I'm having urges, like, sexual urges.
Right.
I don't know how to deal with that. And then now the other day, my manager threatened to fire me. I work at the post office. They threatened to fire me. So it's like I'm going downhill. I don't know what's wrong with me. Like, I thought I confronted the things. I started believing in God again. I don't believe in Jesus, but I do believe in what you were saying about the path that he took. Like Harriet Tubman, we got to follow that path, right?
Yeah. Well, not quite like Harriet, but yes.
No, but he dug out a path for us. We just got to
Right.
follow it.
Absolutely.
I don't believe in Jesus and stuff like that. And I don't believe in devils and stuff like that. I barely believe in God, but I'm starting to believe in God. But I felt like I got attacked. But it's weird because I don't believe in the devil. But I felt like I got attacked, and it scared me to the point where even if I try right now to go do the silent prayer, for some reason I can't. I try to do it, and then all of a sudden I can't do it. I don't know what happened.
And when you say you felt like you were attacked, how were you attacked? What happened?
Okay. I think it was one night, my kids are off with their father. He got them for that weekend. So I was home alone. I tried to do the silent prayer. And then it was like I was arguing with myself, like in my mind. And I don't know how to explain it. All I know, I felt like I got attacked. And I felt like this presence, man, I don't get it. I don't believe in any of this stuff. But I felt like something was attacking me. Like it was going to come out, like a boogeyman was going to come out and kill me. Like it scared me white, I guess. But yeah, and since then but I know I was like talking to myself saying, oh, I need to put this away. I need to stop doing this. And that other thing was like, oh, I don't get it. I just felt like whatever it is, was trying to say, I can't pass this line. It didn't say that. It just felt like I couldn't pass this line, or I couldn't pass. I don't know. All I know is that I got scared. I woke up with chills, sweating, and since then I couldn't do it.
And your question for me is what?
What do I do? Like,
Go back
I'm trying
to
to
it.
fix my life.
Go back to it. Go back to the silent prayer, because the only thing that were attacking you were the demons that have made a home in you. And with all that anger you've had and all that stuff you've added onto your life, because of them, they don't want to leave your body. And the fact that you are now sitting still and allowing the spirit of truth all power, you're giving it uh, 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 the power of God to work through you. They hate that, and they will attack you, but they are not attacking you. They are attacking the false you because they don't want to leave. And the spirit of evil, the devil, is afraid that you may find God. And now that you've started to work on yourself and allow God to work on you, they don't want that because they're going to have to leave you. Don't be afraid. Even if you feel what you call fear, that's not real, it's an illusion. Do the silent prayer and watch. Don't call it you. And the spirit of the light will destroy the darkness. Those are just demons that have been controlling your life, controlling you all of your life. And you're very fortunate to start seeing that. Especially you're not like believing in God or none of that. And you see these things happening, you're going to be fine, but you got to stay with it. They want to scare you off so they can stay inside of you and drive you insane.
Yeah, I feel crazy.
Every angry person is crazy. That's where mentally ill because they're crazy in the mind. They're illogical in the way they think. But I highly recommend, do what you want, but I highly recommend you go back to it, stay with it, and you will see they're going to scream at you, they're going to yell at you, they may sometimes make noise in your room or whatever, but you stay with it. God is with you, you'll be fine. They will have to leave you.
But I still don't understand it. I don't believe in these things. And I find myself, like, out loud, I'm telling myself to shut the F up. I'm saying this out loud. Like,
don't fight with the
why?
demons.
Don't even tell them to shut the F up.
No. The spirit of
don't
truth.
Tell them nothing.
Don't argue with them. Don't fight with them. Just see them, and you're seeing them by the light of God. And so that power of which is the light will destroy the darkness. Those demons are darkness inside of your mind and emotions. They will be destroyed.
This feels like a very scary path.
It's scary for the demons, but not for the real you. They're scared because they're afraid of the light. But you've been identifying with them in your mind all your life. It feels like it's scary for you, but it's not. It's scary for them. Can you hold a minute?
Mm-hmm.
Let me take a break. 888-77 Jesse. I want to go back to Utah out of what? Udi out of Florida. And Udi was doing the silent prayer, and these demons attacked her. They scared her. And now she's not sure what to do. Am I right, Udi?
Yeah.
And so, Udi, I want you to know those demons been living in you all of your life, ever since your mother first traumatized you. And you have identified with them when you escaped into your imagination, into thoughts. And now that you're starting to become aware of that, you're starting to wake up, they don't want you to see that it was never you, it was always them. And every human being are possessed like that. There's not one that's not, except those who are starting to overcome them. And I want you to know that they have no power at all. The darkness has no power. There is no power in thoughts at all, emotions and all that. All power has been given unto you. You have the power with the power of God, right? But they have no power at all. They can only intimidate you and make you hurt yourself. They can't do anything to you. So let them scream, let them holler, let them do whatever they want to do. You just be still and watch them. They cannot hurt you. They can make you hurt yourself, but they can't do anything. They have been defeated. Evil has no power. It's been defeated. And that's why they have to intimidate you to make you react and hurt yourself. Don't react and just watch them, and the light of God is with you, and you'll be fine.
I feel like that's easier said than done.
What do you mean?
Because yesterday, I had to go to work yesterday because they threatened to fire me if I didn't, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I spent the whole day in my head, the whole day mad. So when I was delivering mail, I was delivering mail angrily the whole day. And I told myself to shame the devil, right? To shame it. Like, just stop being mad. But it's like I couldn't control myself. Like, I tried to say, don't be mad. Just come to work, do what they say to do, and, be done. So I try not to say nothing to my boss. Even though he kept talking to me, I tried to say nothing, and he got mad. He snapped at me because I said zero. Because I know as soon as I opened my mouth, I was going to get fired. So I tried to not say nothing at all. Even customers during my route, I didn't say nothing to them. I just kept going throughout the whole day. And it's like my whole day was bad. Like, the whole day was negative.
And why do you say it
I
was
don't even know
bad?
how to explain. Huh?
Why do you say it was bad?
Because I decided not to talk. Like, basically that whole time, that whole day.
So when your
I
boss
get
would
like
ask
that.
you a question or something, you would not respond to him?
If it was work related, I responded.
Right.
But if it wasn't work related, I plainly ignored him, and then he went off on me.
And what did he say when you didn't respond? Eh, Because you don't have to talk if it's not work related.
Yeah, I did it.
What did he say to you that, if you can say, what did he say to you that was not work related and you didn't respond and he got mad?
Like, it's like the sheet of paper we filled out, right? Because he'd been talking that whole time, the morning, and then when I got back, he kept talking. I just ignored him just straight through, right? And it's 5 p.m. from when I get in there from 8 to like 5 p.m. I'm getting back, and he kept talking. I just kept ignoring him. And then when it was time to turn in my time card, I filled it out and put it where, I just left it there. I didn't even think nothing of it because I'm in my head. And then he yelled at me. He said, "You could at least hand it to me. What the hell wrong with you? I ain't do nothing to you." And I just looked at him crazy, and I said, "If you open your mouth, you are really going to get fired." So I just looked at him crazy, and then I walked off because it was my last day. So
What do you mean your
I don't
last
know,
day?
because I'm transferring out that area to
Oh,
go to a
okay.
different area, working inside the plant instead of working outside because that's just too much for me.
So now you're gonna be in a different location. You won't have the same boss.
I won't have the same boss, but they've been good to me this whole time. So I was like, I had no reason to do that, but at the same time, it's like I was just so mad because I already called in sick, and they just kept. They said they're gonna fire me if I don't show up,
Why are you calling
and it's
sick?
just
Are you black?
yes.
Oh, no wonder.
I called in sick because I came in that morning and they didn't let me know that I wasn't supposed to work that morning. So I came in early in the morning, and the day before, no one told me. So then they was like, "Oh, they'll call me later if they need me." So now I get home. I said, this messed up. So now I just called out saying I'm sick. The guy said, "Oh, call on through the main line and let them know." So now I called through the main line, got my ticket number, and saying I'm sick these last 2 days. I'm not coming in, and they starting to fire me.
I don't blame them. But you're out of there now, so that's done, right?
Oh, I have no idea. So I feel like the customers that might complain on me because I almost ran somebody over, I think it was my anger. Almost ran somebody over. I knew I wasn't feeling right. So
Well, you need to calm down.
I think I do. I think I don't know.
Stop acting out. Here's what I recommend, all right? So now that you're in a new location for the job, do what you want, but I recommend you go back to the silent prayer and just quietly watch those thoughts and let them, if they scream at you again or they try to talk to you, don't respond at all. You just be aware of them. You go to work and if and be aware of what's happening inside of you. Don't call the anger you. You'll get past all this. They're just trying to intimidate you. They have no power. They're just trying to make you act out and hurt yourself, get fired or whatever, right? They have no power. They only have intimidation, deception. They deceive you, then they accuse you. Just watch it, and you'll be fine.
I feel like I don't even have. Yeah, you're right. I don't have power over those things
No one does.
because I try to convince myself to shame it, but like, hey, don't listen to it. But I spent the whole day ignoring. It's like I was having a dialogue with myself, say, hey, stop driving while you're angry. It's like I couldn't stop. It's like I just, even when I got home, I went online and started just saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff. It's like I couldn't stop. And I got on the phone with my friend and told her a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And it's like I can't stop.
Okay,
It's like I
stop
can't
it.
stop it.
Stop it now and stop it, all right? And just slow down, watch those thoughts, go to work, and just know the voices in your head are not you. Don't identify with them. Just quietly realize that's not me. I hear those voices, but it's not me. And don't be afraid, meaning know that they try to intimidate you, but they can't. They cannot hurt you. And you'll be fine. You've just been living with them all your life and you've been acting crazy all your life. And you've given them life all of your life. And then now they don't want you to wake up. They don't want you to know God. They don't want you to be free. Because if they leave you, where are they going to live? They'll be homeless. They have to find another body to live in.
I know all this. Everything you tell me, I know it. It's just at the moment,
Speak up a little bit.
it's like it's like I know everything you're telling me, right?
Yes.
But at the moment when it's overtaking me, I try to talk to myself.
Don't try to talk to yourself. You be
Just let
quiet.
me
Don't
be crazy.
respond at all.
So just be crazy.
Well, it's crazy. It's not you. You'll be crazy if you talk to them. You'll be crazy if you try to do anything about it.
I don't understand that. So you just say just let the anger take over. But I'm not gonna lie. I never saw me get angry, and a lot of people say I explode a lot. But yesterday I actually saw me get angry, and I know now it ain't right.
Yes.
I never saw myself get angry,
Right.
like literally step by step throughout the whole day. And then I now realize, you know what? I'm a very angry person.
Yes. That's
I never saw that before.
beautiful. Now you see it. And it's God who is allowing you to see it because you want to see it. And by seeing it, stop calling it you. It's those spirits in you. It's not you.
This is hard to this is hard to take in because you can't see. You understand a little bit, but you can't see me.
I know you a mess.
I know I'm a mess, and my life tells it all because I'm leaving a second marriage. I realize the problem is me, and every guy I've ever dated, they literally want to kill me, beat me up, or they want nothing to do with me, nothing at all. And I now I realize, you know what? my brother might have been right, but my brother passed away. He was right. He was
Right in
like,
what
oh,
way?
he kept saying, like, when I was a teenager, he's like, oh, you change boyfriends every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks, you showing me a new guy.
Yeah.
Every 2 weeks, I don't get to know these guys. And it's now, even though I got married and I stopped doing all that craziness, and I got married for long periods of time. But at the same time, I guess that little 15-year-old girl didn't really grow up.
Right.
I
But just
feel like I'm
realize
still
all
inside.
that came from you resenting your mother, and realize just like you can't help yourself, your mother could not help herself. Her mother did it to her. And just realize she did the best she could and forgive her. When you realize that, you're going to forgive her. God will forgive you. And you're going to be fine if you stay with it. And that's totally up to you. I can't make you stay with it. I can only encourage you that this is a tough road that you're traveling right now. You have to travel it alone. God is with you. And if you just watch and do nothing about it, don't argue with the devil in your mind and don't argue with the devil and other people. You just be the watcher, go to work, make your dinner, have your life, but just watch what's happening inside of you. And you one day you'll just realize, you know what, I'm free. Without even realizing you'll be free.
But until then, I got to let that demon run his course.
Yes. And just watch it. Don't call it you. Give it no attention as far as don't argue with it, don't talk back to it, don't fight with it. Just watch it and go about. And don't be when you're out there doing your work. Don't be mean to other people. They have nothing to do with it. And just be polite, be nice, and go on with your work, with your life.
That sound like two different things. Like you say, okay, the demon, let the demon run its course. But if the demon feel like they want to, not be bothered with anybody, damn it, I feel like I can't separate me and that other thing.
You
I
can't.
feel
You need
like
to be aware of it, and God will separate you from it. You are not the demons. You're not the thoughts. You're not the feelings. You've just been identified with them all your life. You and the demons became one because you didn't know it better growing up. Now you're getting to the point where you start to see that, and they're clinging to you so tightly they don't want to let go of you. But they have no other choice if you just let God take care of it. If you let the light handle the darkness, you'll be fine. They have no choice but to let go.
they're gonna be costing me my livelihood.
No, they're not because you're going to go. Oh, you're going to work.
Yeah, I'm going to work.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna
get
sit.
up and go to work. Don't let them stop you, and don't say they're gonna call you. They can't do anything to you. They can't hurt you. They can only scare you and make you think it's them, and make you hurt yourself. They have no power. They only have. They can accuse you and then judge you.
Yeah, I might need an exorcist because I don't know what's going
And
on.
the light will do that. That's what God is trying to do. He's trying to rebuke the demons from you. I can't play no more. I gotta go.
No, I know. Thank you so much. But is there any way, like, I could get connected to like someone, like, to talk to and stuff?
um, you mean like you want to talk to me or in counseling or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, call my office and set it up. Uh, 800
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah. Okay, then. All right. Thank you so much.
800-411-BOND, all right?
Yeah, I have that number.
The
All right,
office is
thank you.
closed today because it's Communist Day, but the office will be open tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Okay.
Tomorrow
Okay,
is
I'll call
Tuesday.
them.
But in the meantime, calm down and come as you are, weak and afraid, and the Father will save you.
All right, thank you.
If you call the office today, you leave a message, they'll call you back tomorrow.
Oh, okay. All right, thank you.
But go to work, all right?
No, I'll go to work. I'll be living in the streets with the demons. And probably still run my life.
Yeah. All right, call me again.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye now. I'm looking at the people in our government today, the amount of foreigners running America government. America has allowed foreigners to come into its country and take hold of the government. Think about that. Our enemy, the enemies of America, is literally running the country, making laws. How did that happen? How? And these people that are come here and running the government, they have the same mentality, the same nature that they had in their foreign country. And supposedly they were leaving because they wanted something better. And they get in government and they recreate what they're supposed to have been running away from. And the American people take it. It is crazy. And years ago when I first started media, I didn't know that that could happen. This is from Fox News. There's this woman by the name of Rashida Tlaib. She's a quote-unquote Democrat from Michigan. This female is an enemy of America. She is an enemy, and it's clear. And she's in our government. She's a so-called congressman. Don't you feel concerned about that? Or do you? Apparently, she gave a talk over the weekend, sometime yesterday or the weekend, and it is not pretty. It is un-American, it is dangerous, and it's trouble. This is from Fox News. A controversial pro-Palestine gathering in Detroit is drawing scrutiny for featuring speakers with extremist views, including two former Israeli prisoners released in a Hamas deal, alongside Rashida Tlaib, and a Democrat from Michigan, right? A prominent anti-Israel congressman. And here's one soundbite. Rashida traced her family lineage back to Palestine village and portrayed her very present in Congress as a former resident. Watch this from X.
Y'all, this incredible, beautiful city that raised me makes me emotional because you need to know this is the city that sent the granddaughter of Shama Dajani from Beit Hanina, the granddaughter of Muftiya and Isa Abdullah from Beit Ur al-Foka. They sent this granddaughter of Palestine to the United States Congress. Detroit sent the descendant of Sidi Abdullah, Isa, who wouldn't leave his land even after they shot him multiple times. They thought they could kill us, rape us, imprison us, violently uproot us, from our olive tree farms, starve our children to death, and we would disappear. Well, guess what? Now we're in Congress, and we're every corner of the United States. Y'all, they just don't get it. They just don't get it. They will never truly comprehend, Ya Jama'ah, even after 7 decades, that we aren't going anywhere. We are just getting started.
Wow. This woman, this female is dangerous in an evil way. And look at all the people there with head rags on. That wasn't in Palestine. That was right here in America. I remember we would report on discussions like this, but it would be happening over there. Now they're over here. What are they doing over here when they should be over there? That's not good, folks. This is, our country is a third world country. Now, we're everywhere. And all those people with head rags are all Akbar people. And you vote them in. This woman is not for America at all. This female has no business not only being in America, but no business being in government. She's speaking at an Allahu Akbar rally, look like. Americans, have you lost your mind? Can only get worse. It's not going to get better. It's like with your own life. If you don't work on yourself, your life gets worse. It doesn't get better. But if you work on yourself, it gets better. But this is not good. You heard it here. It's not good. This Tlaib female, she should not be in America and definitely not in government. That's not American way of speaking. What has happened to you? Tlaib stated every genocide enabler. Look at this room, mother bleeper. This is Congressman saying that. Look at this room, mother bleeper. We ain't going anywhere. Watch this from X.
Every genocide enabler, look at this room's mother. We ain't going anywhere.
Looking at all our people that look like Palestine.
We are just growing and growing and growing. We are bringing siblings from other movements with us.
Wow. What do you think this is going to lead to for America? This is not American language. This is not the way Americans speak. And you don't walk around, you don't live in America with a bunch of head rags on your head and Allahu Akbar clothes. Where is uniting as Americans? Why did you vote for these kind of people in your own government? One of Tlaib constituents at the People's Conference stated, "We will continue to globalize the intifada," whatever that is. Sounds like a war to me. What's the intifada? Oh yeah, it's right here on the right. Intifada is a Palestinian uprising against Israel occupation of the West Bank and Gaza Strip beginning in 1987. Well, y'all need to take y'all intifada over back home and fight over there. Don't be an American talking this mess with all those Allah Akbar clothes on the light. Watch this mess.
We wanted to globalize the Intifada, to expose to the world that Israel's policies have nothing to do with security, that Israel tries to tell the world, and that our government also regurgitates, gaslighting us. We thought that if we could get this message out, the world would wake up and not allow Israel to do this, to do what it's doing. And I must admit, that was a bit of naivete on our part. But we have and we will continue to globalize the Intifada. And we will force our governments to listen to us.
They're going to force American government to, what do you think that means? What do you think that means? Force you. Some female talking about force you, what do you think that means? I told you it's over in America. The enemies are now running the hen house. And all these females leading the way. And it can't nothing come from that but destruction. I don't know. If they want to fight, they all need to move back over to Palestine, wherever they came from, and they fight with Israel until the cows come home. Don't come over here with that mess in our government. And they're going to force our government, us, to accept it. And you know what force means? It ain't pretty. Okay. Remember, you heard it here first. This is not pretty. This is not good for America. I cannot believe that you allow the enemy of America into the country and then you voted them into the government and they have nothing in common with America at all. Zero in common with America. Nothing. They're having an intifada meeting. Everybody there look like intifada people. You didn't see any Americans in there? 888-77 Jesse. Let me go to first time caller out of Chicago, Chi-Town. Nick, you are on the air.
Hey, good morning, Jesse.
Hey,
how you
Nick.
doing? Good. Actually, I'm not a first time caller. I did call I called the Hake report once.
Have you called this show before?
I haven't called Jesse Lee Peterson though.
Oh, okay. So you're first time caller on this show.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. I was telling Hake about some crazy guy who stole a car and tried to crash it into our church a few weeks ago.
Amazing.
It was amazing. It was nuts. So anyways, yeah, reason for the call. So over the weekend, long story short, gotten I don't want to call it a fight because I don't really engage with the fights with the wife. But started off as a wonderful weekend. It was my wife's birthday on Friday. She took the day off. I took the day off. Took her for a nice breakfast at the Drake, got her hair cut. She got, some really nice gifts and all that good stuff. And she called it like the most perfect birthday that she had ever had. And then fast forward, Saturday, we're at my nephew's birthday party at her brother's house. And then her dad came into the party, and then he made some comment about her hair or whatever. and she got like crazy offended about it. I wasn't there. I didn't hear what the comment was, but this is the type of thing that her dad does all the time.
Nick, hold on. Let me make a quick break. When I come back, go right to it. Make a long story short. But let me take a break. Let me go quickly back to a first-time caller out of Chicago, Nick. Hey, Nick, thanks for holding. Go ahead.
Yep. Yeah, so we get in the car on the way home, and then she tells me about the insult from her dad. And my response to her was just, well, he's evil. That's who he is. So what are you going to do? And then that was pretty much all I said. And then after that, like she just got like, just kind of she actually shut down for like the next couple of days. So put me on ice or whatever. And then, a long weekend at the house and just kind of moping around or whatever.
She put you on ice?
Yeah, that's right.
What does that mean, put you on ice?
Oh, it just kind of shut me out and then just...
Shut you out of where?
Out of just like I'd be in the backyard and she'd be in the bedroom sleeping on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Like, so just, all in her
so
emotion.
She wouldn't let you in the house?
No, she let me in the house, of course.
But what do you mean she shut you out? I don't understand.
Just that she was all quiet. And
she wouldn't talk to you.
She wasn't really talking.
Oh, okay.
Again, like I would have been outside the backyard enjoying the beautiful weather. She's inside sleeping, and So yeah, I finally after church. No, actually, it was yesterday. So I finally gave in what's wrong, and then then she let me head, and she's like, just you didn't even talk to me in the car. I told you what my dad said. Da 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 da. And I told her I've said it before. This is who your dad is, and it's actually not him. It's a spirit that has hold of him. You know that. I know that. I know what I'm walking. You should know what you're walking into, and you shouldn't let it affect you. And she's like, you're unemotional, and you're listening to that Jesse Lee, and he hates women and hates blacks. And so I'm pretty calm, and I'm just like, again, when you see this coming out of people, and your dad is just completely guilt-ridden, and him and her mom, they're separated, had a really messy divorce, just years and years of hell that have affected the family and her. And I'm just like, I told her, I'm like, the only solution to this problem is that you got to forgive your dad. And she did not want to hear that. And then she went on to say, yeah, I hate you, and you're so unemotional. I could go have sex with your brother, and it wouldn't even bother you. And I got to give myself some credit because I was just calm, and I was kind of struck where I was almost like, yeah, I don't think it would bother me that much. If you had sex with my brother. And yeah, I kept my calm. And and I guess the question is, how do you deal? How do you deal with someone who's, I'm working myself. I've been doing silent prayer for years. I've forgiven everybody, and my parents are gone, but I've forgiven them, and I do have this peace. She mocks me for it. You got perfect peace, blah blah blah. And she's a hooping and hollering Christian type, and she even talks about, I've been praying.
So your question for me is what?
Yeah. So how do you go about, again, where you've got someone who is she's, it's hell on earth in this house at times, and how do you go about just kind of keeping that peace and moving on?
Number one, let me ask. When she refused to talk to you, she carried on like that, why did you even bother asking her what's wrong?
I didn't until like the third day.
No, I asked why did
I
you
knew
do it?
what was going on, but I gave because I'm weak.
Right.
And
so how do you expect her to treat you knowing you're weak?
Yeah.
No, that was a question.
She expects to treat me like a weak beta.
So why did you ask? Why not just leave her to hell and not be bothered by it, and you just work on you and go about your day, go about your life, and leave her in her misery? You gave her the authority over you by asking her what is wrong. You already knew what was wrong.
That is correct.
How
So
do you
moving
expect her
forward-
to ever treat you
Right.
right when you show so much weakness?
I shouldn't.
No, but how do you expect her to do it?
I expect her to treat me with respect and
But she's
obey.
treating you just like you act. You weak, and she's treating you that way. She knew that eventually you would come and ask, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And you already knew what was wrong. You knew that why she was acting that way. Why not just not deal with her at all? Leave her. You can't do anything about another person being in misery. They love their hell, and she drew you back
Yeah.
into her hell.
That's right. So next time, just do nothing, and just however long it takes, whatever.
However long what take?
However long it takes her to get over like a situation like her dad throwing her into an emotional.
Well, why you even care about that? That's her hell. She doesn't want. You said she doesn't want to hear the truth. She doesn't like hear you being working on yourself. Why even bother with the devil? You shouldn't fight with the devil inside of you, your mind, or inside of anyone else. That's what the devil wants, is for you to fight with it.
Right.
So
And you're
why
correct,
do you
Clark.
keep
There's
fighting
nothing I
with the
can do about
devil?
it. Why? Yeah, again, me giving in, me thinking, all right, let's just get this over with.
Get what over with, and why? Get what
Right.
over with?
Right.
No, there was a
'Cause it's
question.
Get the fight over with.
But why are you trying to end a fight that you didn't even start?
Right. Yeah. Once
No,
again,
that
that's
was a
just-
question.
That's just once again, that's me giving in, and maybe at some level that like I want to get it. I want to get into it so that I can get up on my stump and talk about how righteous I am and how I know what's wrong and how I can fix you. So. So I would say that's probably something I need to be working on, just not caring, or not necessarily caring, but her hell has nothing to do with me.
So
And just
Nick, when
move
this
out of
woman
myself.
refused to talk to you, and for such a long time, as you said, what were you thinking and feeling?
I honestly wasn't thinking a whole lot about it at all until the moment.
Until
I was
what?
doing my own thing. Golfing, laying out in the backyard, enjoying the weather, hanging out with my son.
Well, what made you
honestly
go
wasn't.
and ask her what's wrong when you already knew what was wrong?
Just that I finally gave in.
Why?
And what?
Why were
and
you
I
having problem with her not talking to you for so long?
I would say that was an ego thing where I was thinking in my mind, all right, we'll have this out, and then I'll show her the way, and everything's going to be good. And that's not what
But
happened.
you can't show another person where she doesn't want. You said she didn't want it. She didn't like the fact that you're working on yourself. She didn't want to hear from me.
Right.
How can you help somebody that doesn't want help? You can't even help yourself. How can you help another person? And you're not responsible for her spiritual life. She's responsible
Right.
for that.
Right.
So how can
it's
you?
just
Why did you tell that to yourself? Oh, I want to help her. You can't help her.
Yeah, I didn't say that to myself, but subconsciously, I think that's what it is. It's an ego thing, where again, I could drop some good stuff, which is all truth and light, and then she's going to receive it. But that's not what happened.
But the devil is
And I'm
not going to receive it when the devil doesn't want to
Right.
hear it.
That's right. That's right. It amazed me, especially a Christian woman, whatever, and always in her Bible.
Which are
And
you
then-
most amazed about, the way she act or the way you're acting?
Now I think about it, I'm more amazed about the way that I act, because I should have known better, and here we are.
And all you've done is set it up so she can treat you that way again. She already know
That's
you
right.
can't handle her not talking to you.
Yeah, and I was just thinking that as well, just another endless cycle. And then, so the next time out, then I just gotta just do nothing, carry on my day, enjoy my day, enjoy my life. And yeah, maybe she'll get it, maybe she won't.
Why do you even think about her, whether she'll get it or not? I wouldn't even think about that. Why do you think about that?
That's true.
No, that was a question.
And again, I think that again that comes back to
Nick,
an ego thing.
Nick.
Yes.
Why do you even bother to think about where she got to get it or not?
Because I was in my own thoughts.
Meaning what?
Meaning, here I am thinking, oh, she's obviously mad at me. I got an idea of what it's about. Now let's find out.
But you already knew. She said in the car. You said she got mad in the ride home.
She didn't say what it was exactly.
Yes, you did. You spoke about her father, and she went off because you didn't say.
She didn't go off in the car. She was just real quiet. She was mad that I didn't really engage in the conversation.
But so you already knew why she was acting that way then.
Yeah, right.
Amazing. So, I got to run because of time, but you're going to suffer as long as you let this woman make you suffer. As long as you try to please her, you're never going to know God, because you can't love God and love the world too. And this woman is, based on what you've said, I don't know her.
Right.
She doesn't want what's right. She's not looking for that. And you're still trying to please her and what's right. You can't do both.
Right. Yeah. I totally agree. Yeah, no doubt about it. So, yeah, thank you for the clarity. And now it all just kind of came apparent as you said it. No doubt about it.
And if she doesn't want to talk, she want to act out, as long as she's not hitting you physically, let her do what she wants. Let her suffer the misery. You're not responsible for her in that way at all. Zero. And if you have a problem with she's not talking, that means something wrong with you. That you would be moved because somebody don't want to talk to you. Doesn't even make sense.
Right. Yeah, that's 100%.
I wish you well, Nick.
I thank you, Jesse. Thank you I think the crew as well. You guys are amazing.
Thank you, bud. I appreciate it. Bye now. Leave people in their misery. Don't worry about it. They're not worried about it. They love their hell. If you try to help somebody out of their hell, they're going to destroy you. They don't want to be free. What? The people who want to be free are becoming free. I see it all the time. Let me go to a first-time caller out of Australia, Matt. Matt, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse. Thanks for talking to me.
Yes, sir.
I found some videos of yours about 3 months ago, and I really identify with a lot of things you say, but I'm still learning a lot. But here's my problem. I've got a girlfriend that I've been living with for about 4 months, and she's a black woman, black lady.
And are you white?
Yeah, I'm a white guy.
Okay.
I'm 32.
Okay, go ahead.
And I've been living with her, and basically, sometimes, we don't cook, and so we'll get takeaway. So we'll get like Kentucky Fried Chicken, and I have Kentucky Fried Chicken in the fridge, and I want to take the stuff to work. And she has been eating all the food, all my chicken out of my fridge. And when I've talked to her about this, she has a real entitled, arrogant attitude, and she's just a rude woman. And because of doing the silent prayer, I'm really pretty much considering kicking her out and making her homeless. I don't know. I think that because she is such an arrogant, entitled, and she makes all the types, about black people. She's one of those types of black people that makes the white people hate the black people, basically.
How old are you?
I'm 32.
And how old is she?
She's 29.
And so, your question for me is what?
I have been doing a solemn prayer, and I've been trying to, in the last couple of days, figure out whether I want to basically evict her and maybe even, because she punched me in the face one time. And
Did you call the police?
Well, I didn't at the time.
Why not?
Because I'm a beta male.
Beta male. And so your question for me is...
I'm a beta male.
Your question for me is what?
Yeah, so my question is, when I kick her out, is it righteous of me to sell her things that she leaves behind and keep that for myself, because I'm struggling right now?
And why would you want to keep her things? Why don't you let her take her things?
So I believe that she owes me a lot of money. I've given her a lot of things.
And why have you done that?
Because she was indulging my sexual fantasies.
But if you gave it, so you're serious about this?
Yeah.
So if you gave it to her, you can't take it back. You gave it to her. You were getting something from her?
I can't take it back at all. Like, at all. I believe she owes me money.
But if you gave it to her because you were getting something from her, she doesn't owe you anything. It wasn't a loan, right?
No, it's just me, fooling around with her a little bit,
So you fooled around, you gave her money, and she didn't ask you to loan her the money, right?
No.
So she owe you nothing. It's not her fault that you were being beta.
Yeah.
So I got to run, but I would do what you want, of course, but you're not strong enough for that. I would let her go and then wish her well, and you just work on you.
Okay, thanks, Jesse. I appreciate that.
All right, buddy. What? And I think not the only mistake, but one of the greatest mistakes that has happened in my country, they have illegal people. Well, not illegal, but, some are illegal, but foreigners in my country in running the government. Judges, so-called congressmen, ladies, everything. And they come here and they bring all of their old, same old third world ideas to America. And you let them become a judge, or you let them into government. What do you think going to happen, folks? It's like the illegals come here and they bring the country with them. They set up the same looking country that they left. They don't take on the American way. You go downtown LA, for an example. It looked like Mexico. It doesn't even look like America anymore. All the American business and people left, and now it looked like Mexico. They bring their ideas here, the foreigners do. And you let them become judges. And you let them become congressmen. You let them become run the government. We played that Rashid lady, and then there's another Indiana. Oh God, another horrible one. And she's supposed to be a refugee. And she hate America. And you brought her in. You let these people become judges. You think they're going to do what Americans should be doing? No. They're going to do third world ideas. New York Times is reporting. And you know how the great white hope, and they call him king. They call him dictators. He should be one. That's what we need right now in America. Someone like a Trump. We need Trump. You know how he's shipping the illegals back to wherever they came from? Well, according to this report, they have foreign so-called judges in America who don't want the president to do that. New York Times is reporting a federal judge on Sunday temporarily blocked the Trump administration from deporting dozens of Guatemalans minors. Watch this from NBC News.
Tonight, Guatemalan children seen deplaning an aircraft on a Texas tarmac Sunday after a federal judge issued an order blocking their removals from the U.S. moments before being deported by the Trump administration. Their fates and those of hundreds of other Guatemalan children in U.S. custody now in legal question. Lawyers for some of the children saying the young unaccompanied Guatemalans were awakened overnight, put onto planes soon after, one of them even taking off before being ordered to turn around. Planes and multiple charter buses on hold for hours on an airport tarmac outside of McAllen, Texas, as a federal judge in Washington, D.C. ordered the return of the children to the U.S. government facilities. In her order, U.S. District Judge Sparkle Suknanan halting their removals for at least 14 days pending further proceedings. Lawyers for the children arguing in court filings that because of their age, they are entitled to special due process protections. Deputy Assistant Attorney General Drew Ensign said at an afternoon hearing in Washington that the government would reunite the children with family members in Guatemala and said, "We obviously think these removals are lawful."
What's wrong with sending them back home? What's wrong with that? They're not our children. Remember, all children are our children. That's not true. My country is not coming back. It's over. It's all over but the shouting. Here's an image of the judge. Look, that's what's running our country. A foreigner. Wikipedia said Judge Sparkle is from Trinidad. Trinidad, in our courthouse, making decisions for America. She became a federal judge less than 6 months ago. And you let her in. And she's not for America. She's against America. What is wrong with you folks? We're the white people. But how could she be in 6 months? Biden been gone for a while. Amazing, huh? According to Wikipedia, they're telling me in my ear that Biden put this woman in. According to Wikipedia, appointed by Biden. And Joe Biden doesn't even know what's going on with the country now, it appears. You know, it almost looks like he doesn't even know he's in America. She assumed office January 2nd at the end of Biden's term, according to Wikipedia. When will you stand up, Americans, for America? You have the Great White Hope now. You better be trying to support him because Lord knows if you leave, it's over. I don't know anyone else who can be strong like the Great White Hope. Now, when the Great White Hope turn is over, hopefully they'll get someone in there that, is a strong Republican. But he going to listen to Trump, and they can keep this going. Because some people wonder what's going to happen when Trump is gone. Maybe America voted in someone that working with the vice president, even though he's kind of weak. He's better than what the Democrat has to offer. You're letting these foreigners into the government. Amazing, huh? Hopefully this little blocking thing they're doing is just temporary. They can't stay here. They got to go. Amazing. It's a spiritual battle, folks. Wake up. If not now, when? Drop your anger so you can see there's never a reason to be angry. You can deal with life without being angry. You can deal with life without being angry. Because no human beings don't love one another. Look what's happening in Chicago. Black on black crime out of control. And the mayor of the city doing all he can to prevent that from changing. And the blacks voted for him because they said, black love black people. Look out for the blacks. And the blacks that they voted in don't care at all about it. So-called Mayor Brandon Johnson, I think his name is, he doesn't want the black crime to end. He wants them angry and killing one another so they can continue to vote for him. He used the word racism. He can use the word racism. And President Trump is saying, you know what? It'll be nice if y'all invite me there, but we're going to go and we're going to clean this mess up. I can't let my country stay this way. And they don't want him to come. And crime is through the roof. It's through the roof. WLKY is reporting a 13-year-old boy is facing charges after he was caught on camera groping a Louisville woman on her front porch. Watch this.
I've been here 55 years and I've never had a problem with anything. This was shocking.
Jan Fletcher says she's still surprised she was assaulted on her porch, but she's relieved LMPD has arrested the person who they believe is responsible, a 13-year-old boy. The 78-year-old says her home security camera captured the entire encounter.
I really hate that these young people are out here doing stuff. What enjoyment do they get out of doing stuff? I don't understand it.
Fletcher says the teen approached her and asked questions about a nearby park and if she was alone at her house. But the questions soon turned to inappropriate behavior as the teen was seen brushing her backside several times and groping her.
As soon as that happened, I said, let me tell you something. You better get out here and you better go now. So he did. He was gone.
Friday, police announced the 13-year-old had been arrested and charged with sex abuse. They say he does not live in the neighborhood. Fletcher says though disturbed by what happened, she refuses to be intimidated.
I'm not going to be afraid to be out here on my porch.
And she has one question for the teen.
Why he did this? What was the reason that he did it? And I want an apology.
Amazing, huh? He did it for the thrill of it, lady. Angry people love thrills. That's why he did it. And the justice system just going to let him right out of jail. He's going to go to the court, may not even go to the courthouse, and walk right out the back door. That's why. And if you're white, and she seems to be white, they don't care about you. He's not going to be punished for that. It's over. The governor and the mayor of Chicago doesn't even want to clean the place up. They want this happening. They want you afraid. They want to control you. Human beings does not love human beings, period. Let me go to Maria out of New York. Maria, you are on the air. Maria?
Jesse, you hear me well or no?
No.
You don't hear me well?
No, I cannot hear you well.
Oh, I don't know why.
I don't know why either that I can't hear you well.
Okay. I don't know why. I'm not on speaker or anything, so that's what's weird.
Yeah, that is interesting that you're not on speaker or anything, and I can't hear you well.
Okay, so I guess I'll have to figure it out and try to call back another time. Maybe it wasn't meant to be right now.
And what is it that you will have to figure out and call me back later about?
I don't know, my phone situation.
And what's wrong with it?
I don't know. You said you can't hear me.
I'm sorry?
You said you can't hear me.
And I'm not able to hear you, you say?
That's what you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so I have to call back another time then, Jess.
And in the meantime, what you gonna do about your phone?
I don't know what to do about it. I have no I don't know what's wrong with it.
And why do you think something's wrong with it?
Because you can't hear me.
And so how are we having this conversation if I can't hear you?
Oh. Well, you said you couldn't hear me well.
See how?
And now the baby's crying.
See how unconscious you are? We're having this long conversation about your phone, and you don't even know I can hear you.
And I could have spoke to you about what I called for, right?
Right. And there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with your phone, and I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. So, I was calling because I wanted to say to you, you know how you talk about the blacks, how they followed man before they just followed God, and then they started to follow man?
Yes.
And it destroyed a lot. I feel the same way now. Like, I like Donald Trump a lot. I just don't think that we should be following him. If that makes any sense to you.
And what do you mean by following him, and why not?
Because just like your example, when people follow man, it's not good. They're not following God now. They're following man.
No, go ahead. Finish your point.
The reason I was saying that was because a lot of the times when you say, "Oh, the wind and sea obey him," is that what you say? The wind and sea?
What manner of man is this? The wind and the sea obeys him. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, but when you say that, it comes off as though you're saying he's God.
And why is that coming off like that to you?
I think it's coming off. Well, it's coming off like that because that would be God. That would be God that we're following, right? If he's able to talk to the sea and the winds.
And why you say that would be God?
Because only God, I would believe, has that power.
And why do you think that?
Because he's the creator of all things.
But why do you think only God can tell the wind and the sea to be still, and the wind and the sea will obey him? Why do you think only God can do that?
I mean, I know I kind of know understand where you're coming from a little bit. I think.
Where am I coming from a little bit?
Like Jesus, he was able to calm the seas when he was here, and he's not God; he's the Son of God.
And
so he was able to do this.
And did Jesus tell the disciples they could have done the same thing?
That's true. Yes.
No, that was a question.
Yes.
And so when Jesus told the disciples they could have told the wind and sea to be still, was he thinking, oh, you can't do that because you're not God or you are God? Was Jesus thinking that?
No.
But yeah, he told men, the disciple, you could have told the wind and the sea to be still. Did he tell them that?
Yeah, he did tell them that. I remember you said that once. I looked it up. I don't know the Bible by heart, but yeah.
And so why do you think Trump can't do that unless he was God?
I guess that's true.
No, that was a question.
Yeah, he can, but I think it could be dangerous following because it's going to make people follow him. And it could be dangerous to follow a man, Jesse.
So when God told the disciple, you can make the wind and sea be still, would he think, oh, I better not say that because that could be dangerous?
No.
So why are you saying that then?
Okay, so you know what happened then? I guess my mothering instincts came in. I was like, you know what? Everybody, we're all going to think, or people might think that he's like God, and then what if he gets wrong about something and they start following him? Like, there's the thoughts again. And Jesse said that you shouldn't follow man anyway. Look what happened with the blacks years ago. You know.
Why are you in your head like that?
I don't know why. I actually have been doing the silent prayer, but sometimes I start to think when something to think about.
And where are you getting those thoughts from?
Well, actually, I know it's not Bible Bumper Thursday, but I don't read the Bible. I don't know it by heart, but I do know parts of Revelations, which is the end days, right? The latter days. And there's supposed to be a person in the flesh that resembles or people believe he's like God or as God. And he's in a human form, but he's really evil. You know about that. The Antichrist, right?
What does that have to do with God, Trump being able to tell the water to be still? The wind and the sea will obey him. What does that have to do with that?
Because it just seems like honoring a person.
That's what Christ was doing when he told the disciples that?
No.
So where are you getting that idea from there?
Okay. That's it from the Bible, the parts that I do know.
But where you get that idea that it's like honoring people when you say what manner of man is this, the wind and the sea obey him. Where do you get the idea is honoring people?
Because I know what people are thinking and what it sounds like.
Why are you concerned about what others are thinking?
I don't know. Because that's what I thought for a second.
And where did you get the thought from?
I knew somehow you didn't mean it like that. I know you don't think he's God.
But where are you getting those thoughts from, though? Where are you getting those thoughts from that you have about what other people are thinking and blah, blah, blah? Where are you getting that from?
That's got to be coming from evil. All thoughts are lies,
and so
right?
why are you still worshiping evil by believing it?
Oh. I don't know. That's right. That's fear. Actually, when I'm thinking about that, that's actually fear. So it is evil because it's like, oh gosh, what if we follow him and he's really the Antichrist? And I like Trump.
When you say we, who are you talking about?
The people, all the people who love like Trump.
Are you one person or are you we?
I'm one person.
So why your mind on other people?
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a question.
I don't know. I don't know. Okay. And I guess a part of me wanted to be sure you didn't feel like he was like a god.
And what part of you that wanted to be sure of that?
I don't know, the part of me that thought about it. The thoughts, I guess, yeah. I don't know. Okay, so I mean, Jesus did it. Jesus told the disciples they could do it, and Trump has something inside him. He really does. And I just wanted to say to you, the If poem that you play play that beautiful poem, If.
Yeah.
My grandmother had that in her book, the old poetry book from when I was a little girl. It's really, I've been reading that since I was a kid, so when you played it, it was amazing.
Right on.
So, yeah, that has to do. Trump is like that in a lot of ways.
When will you stop worshiping the devil? When will you stop being one with evil?
Well, I figure sometimes we have to think of things. I mean, of like, oh, this could be this, to be cautious about things. No.
When will you stop worshiping evil by being one with evil? If all thoughts are all lies all the time about anything, how can you possibly have a true thought?
But Jesse, you said it yourself. People followed man blindly.
What the hell to do with you, though?
Because I don't want to follow anybody blindly.
But then keep your eyes on yourself and stop thinking about people then. Because you're following Satan blindly.
Yeah. Okay. All right, Jesse.
All right, what?
No, nothing. I just wanted to, I don't know. I called you because I just wanted to say, I mean, I'm listening to the thoughts, I guess, and
why? But you're not telling me why you still do that. And you know that Satan, those thoughts are not your own, but you listen to them, you believe them, you become afraid, you start worrying about other people. You're one with evil. Why do you
I'm not like I was. I wasn't really nervous.
Why do you keep doing that?
Well, I wanted to have I wanted to have a discussion about...
And I'm glad you did, but why are you listening to evil?
Probably because... I don't know why. I don't know. Well, because I guess I didn't recognize it right away.
Absolutely.
That's why, right?
Why don't you practice being present so you can see when evil tempts you to get into the imagination again? Why don't you practice being present?
I've been doing it morning. Sometimes I don't do it at night, but I do it in the morning.
And why not morning and night, and then during the day too?
During the day too,
Christ,
I know.
if you listen to Christ said, pray without ceasing.
That means all day?
All day, all the time, because the moment you stop being aware, the devil comes in and he tell you all this mess about, if you say, and the sea and the wind and the sea obey him, you're making him God. You're listening to
right, because right away I remembered what you said also about that you shouldn't follow any man.
But you didn't, the devil told you that too, and he put the wind and the sea sound like God, and now people go, you listen to the devil, Maria. When will you stop?
Yeah.
That was a question.
Okay. Well, I just have to be aware more than I have been. But I've been doing the silent prayer, and it has been helping. And also, I've been in more peace. I've been more stable-minded. My emotions haven't been up and down. I still have anger, though. I notice it's subsiding.
And who has the anger?
It's not me.
So why you say I still have anger then?
Well, there's anger still. The anger's still in me.
Because you still calling it you. That's why.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
So you're still identifying with it. It's just another false identity. And it's not going to leave as long as you call it you.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I've been doing the silent prayer, and I've actually been more conscious of my thoughts throughout the day and I just, I realize I got to be more. What gives
you the right?
I go in and out of consciousness. I notice all day now.
Good.
Before I was just unconscious.
Right.
Now I go in and out like anesthesia. And
So what give you the right to even give one thought or ideal about somebody else, whether they're going to follow Trump or not? Why would you even have 1 minute of a concern about that?
Well, you had concern about people. That's
No,
why
I
you
don't.
used to talk.
No, I don't.
Well, then why did you talk about how the you talked about how the blacks followed somebody and they shouldn't have
Because
done
that's
that,
the
really?
truth. But if they want to continue to do it, that's on them. I don't. I don't care either
You're not
way.
going to control the situation, right?
I'm not concerned in that way at all about it. If they want to follow, man, they want to follow, have physical leaders, that's on them. They have a right to do that, and I have no right to be concerned about it.
Okay. And it sometimes it sounds like, Jesse, and I'm not trying to insult at all, that you follow Trump sometimes.
See, you're in your head again.
Okay. I don't know why I said that even. You're right. It just well, because that's what you make it sound like sometimes.
I'm not making it sound that way. The devil making it sound that way to you in your head. And then he's telling you, Jesse making it sound that way, and you believe a lie. But that's happening to you. It's not happening to me.
Right.
All that
you just
stuff
happen
is
to like Trump as a leader.
Maria, all that stuff is in your head. Don't you realize that?
Yeah. I guess yeah. And I watch too much stuff too with all the conspiracy theories. You know all the conspiracy theories that are coming
Maria,
yeah.
You still trust in the devil. The devil tell you, oh, Jesse made Trump seem like a god. Jesse's following her. That's not me at all. And that's happening in your mind. You still listening to the devil. Those thoughts are not yours. Why don't you get that?
Well, the Bible, at the end of the Bible, though, this is why you probably say not to go by every word of the Bible, but in the Bible it does say people stick to it to be cautious towards the latter days, because there could be a lot of trickery.
What's the latter days?
Now, like much later after Christ, and
Christ has already come. It's already done. What latter days are you waiting for?
So then, why they say to be careful, and not to be deceived?
Because
right?
you should be present of the devil talking to you.
Oh, and that's how you're not deceived, because God will show you.
When you're not one with the devil, there's nothing else left but God. But you're one with the devil, Maria.
Well, I wasn't that concerned, but I like to have the discussion about it. Because,
I'm glad you did. Yeah, no, it's amazing because you're not the only one. I opened up this morning talking about this. Why don't you stop believing the thoughts, though?
I have, in a lot of ways. I mean, I've been better. I've been better.
Why don't you stop believing the thoughts? Just stop it.
Yeah, you got to be cautious because, I can't let go of this cautious thing, I guess.
No such thing as cautious thing. If you're present, you don't need to be cautious of yourself. You can do nothing. You need to be present. You can't make yourself be cautious. What does that even mean?
Right, to be cautious going forward. Well, let me ask you this real quick. Had the blacks been more cautious about who they were listening to at the time, they wouldn't have made those decisions.
The blacks will listen to the same spirit you're listening to.
I know, but I meant back then when they.
It was the same thing then too.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's right. So they will believe in something else. Yeah. That makes sense. Can I ask you one more question?
Because of time, why don't you stop listening to the devil? To evil spirits in your mind. Why don't you just stop so you can be 100%?
I will. I have to put it into practice more.
Right. Why don't you do that so you can be free?
Yes, I will, definitely.
No, that was a question.
I haven't because I thought just doing the silent prayer in the morning would help. And I'm used to going into my thoughts. That's my whole life.
And so who told you that, just doing the silent prayer is enough? Who told you that?
because it helps. So yeah, the devil had to put in my. That's another thought. Like, oh, you did the silent prayer, you feel better, you're at peace, you're in the present, so you don't have to stay cautious all day, right? You're still going into your thoughts. Makes sense. Definitely. Can I have one more, because of time, can I have one more question about this situation? I know you must have talked about it, but I'm not sure what your opinion was about it.
Real fast.
The Jeffrey Epstein files, because I know that everybody has a different opinion. I know over at Michael Knowles and all them, he thinks that he can't say
What's
everything.
your question because of time?
Okay. And Candace thinks something else. So
What's
I
your
just
question because of time?
Okay, the Jeffrey Epstein. You're not concerned about that not being revealed?
I have zero concern about that. I can care less. If they reveal it, fine. If they don't, that's on them. I have no opinion about it at all. It's not going to help me either way. Why should I be concerned about that?
Oh, okay. I was curious.
Are you concerned about it?
I'm not concerned, more or less. I just was wondering.
The people who are concerned about it are nosy.
I was wondering why it can't be released.
Other than getting a thrill from it, they're just nosy. That's all it is. I wouldn't listen to that, but it's up to you. Marie, call me again. I got to take a break, all right?
Okay, sounds good. Bye, Jesse.
Bye. Back in a moment. The news, hate news, not the fake news. I'll be back in a moment. So, here's a key to overcoming the fallen state and returning to the Father and having perfect peace. From Matthew 6:33. Do what you want. It's up to you. And if you don't do this first, it ain't going to work. Because the one thing that I love about the truth, it's not going to change for you. Just because you decide, I want to do it my way, or I'm going to do it this way, or I'm not going to do it that way, it ain't going to work for me. Oh, okay, fine. Stay in your hell. Do it your way. And though you have a way. If you want to be free, I promise you, you can. But if you don't, or if you play around with it, pretend you want to be free, it ain't going to work. But you don't have to live your life on earth in misery. You don't have to be you anymore, any longer. You don't have to live your life in misery. I don't care what you've done, when you did it, how drastic it was, quote unquote. You don't have to be you any longer. Right now, you cannot be you. Right this very moment, you cannot be you if you don't want to. And you got to lay down a life if you want to go life. But here's how you find what I'm talking about. And if you do it, it will work. But you got to do it and stay with it and stay with it, stay with it. Get on that straight and narrow path. And I don't care who tried to get in your way or who tried to stop you because they have stopped and now they want you to stop. So they'll whisper in your ear, that ain't going to work. Yeah, don't listen to that. They'll whisper in your ear the same way Satan whispered to you that it's not going to work. What you're doing ain't working, but you listen to the devil inside of your mind and you listen to it inside of others who don't want you to be free because they're not free. This journey you must take alone. And everything that you're looking for is inside of you. It's inside of you. It's not on the outside. It's within. Nothing wrong with reading the Bible. Read the Bible, open it up, put it away, don't interpret it. And don't let the devil interpret it for you. Don't be reading different concordant Bible, trying to put other people's words, and you think that's going to work, and it's not. The kingdom of heaven is within. And you already know the truth. You just forgot because you left home. You left daddy's house and went to mama's house. And when you went to mama's world, her house, you forgot the truth. You got to return to daddy. Return to the Father. But here's how you do it. Do what you want. And here's how you do it. And for the Bible thumpers, it's coming from the Scripture. You're supposed to be so believing the Bible. Believe this from Matthew 6:33. What does it say, Nick?
It reads, "But seek ye first." Let me pull it up on my screen. It says Matthew 6:33, "But seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you."
That's what deep I don't know to do. Just to repeat it. Matthew 6:33. So it's in the Word. In the beginning, there was the Word was God, God was the Word, and the Word was God. In the beginning, it was the Word. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his right way, his righteousness, right way. And all things will be added unto you. It will be added unto you. But you got to put first thing first, and that's going within and seeking the Father. Finding your way back home to the Father. Because every mother, mama, your mama, my mama, they mama, their mama, mama, have turned you away from your Father and brought you into her dark world, into darkness, when she turned you away from your Father. And every mother have done it to every child, boys and girls. And you went into the wilderness of your imagination, right into mama's world. She lives in hers. Except those mothers who are now starting to realize this and forgiving their mothers and overcome and returning to the Father. But you can return home to the Father, and you got to put that first, and then have no expectation. No do what if? What if it doesn't work? What if this doesn't happen? No what ifs. Have a wait and see attitude. Because a what if is a double-minded person. Well, I'm going to do it, but what if? Double-minded. And a double-minded person, male or female, is unstable in all of his or her ways. Don't do what ifs. Just do it. Seek the kingdom and see what happens. The way you're doing it, the way you're going, it ain't nothing happening good for you. But you got to put first thing first. And that is to go within and seek the kingdom. It's inside of you. Everything you're looking for. And when you do it, if you stay with it all the way through. No matter how long it takes, how difficult the road, what challenges you run into along the pathway, you stay with it anyway, the old nature will be taken away from you, and a brand new nature will be given unto you while you live. As a matter of fact, I would suggest that you do this before you drop your body, because there's no such thing as death. There's only one death, and that one death is overcoming the fake you, the false you, the ego self. If you overcome that while you live, and because eternal life is always, you just continue doing what you do. You drop the body, and the people cry, oh, they're dead, they're dead. But you're not dead. You're alive. The body gone away from here, disappeared, but you're still alive. And you continue in the risen state instead of the fallen state. You drop that body with anger, revenge, jealousy, envy, strife, worry, suicidal thought, false identity, you're stuck. Because that's the way you dropped your body. You were in hell when you dropped it, and you just stay in hell. You stay in time. Looking for money and fame and all that mess. The rule is, and the instructions are, seek first the kingdom of God and he'll add it unto you. You don't have to look for money or fame or a husband or a wife or children or this or that. You put in that first. And when you put that first, all you're going to end up with is hell. That's what you may get it because the devil does answer those prayers. Ask for a wife or ask for a husband, lady, and the devil will give you one. And you fight. You don't know what you want. You don't know what you need. You don't even know what to ask for. But you've been trained by the outer world and the spirits of evil inside, and you think you know what to ask for. So you pray and you ask, oh, I want a wife, I want a husband, I want a car, I want this, and the devil give it to you, and then you cry. Because you fight. And you already know you're going to fight. You already know you're going to worry, but you do it anyway. And then you say, well, this is from God, and you have to fight. A marriage is worth fighting for. Children are worth fighting for. And that's not true. It's just simply not. There's nothing on earth that's worth fighting for. Zero. Zero. But the devil and the world tell you it is, and then you cry. You fight for it. And then you don't get it, or it's real difficult to get, and then you cry. But you'd rather have pain than to feel nothing at all. You'd rather hurt than to feel nothing at all. You'd rather hurt than to feel nothing at all. Isn't that amazing? Proverbs 21:9. It's better to live on a corner of the roof than share a house with a quarrelsome wife. Ain't that the truth? It's better to live in a corner on a roof than to share a house with a quarrelsome wife. It's 1:15. Oh, that's a song. You'd rather hurt than to feel nothing at all. It's 1:15. I'm all alone and I need you now. Said I wouldn't cry, but I need you now. Oh, baby, I need you now. I'd rather hurt than feel nothing at all. What kind of life is that? Who would rather be hurting than to feel nothing? You know you're sick. I'm a little drunk and I need you now. What the? But that's human nature. That is the fallen nature. Who would rather hurt than to feel nothing at all? Amazing, huh? You can be free. You don't have to live in desperation and worry on medication. Because these psychologists and others who love money and perceive power, they give you medication for spiritual issues and you get worse. You don't get better. They don't tell you, you know what? You got to work on yourself. Go and forgive. Drop the anger. Forgive your mother. Forgive your father for not protecting you from mama. And the mama need to forgive her mama, and so on and so on. And Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Let me go to Australia and talk to LACHLAN out of Australia. Heard around the world. LACHLAN, you are on the air.
Hey, Jesse, it's Lachlan, by the way.
Lachlan? Oh, okay. He told me LACHLAN.
Yeah, Lachlan.
Okay.
I'm not sure. But I spoke to you, I think, last week or the week before. It wasn't too long ago. But I wanted to call back again because I wanted your... By the way, I love your show. By the way, I've watched all the Get a Job savage moment like 3 times over.
Get a Job is amazing. Check out Get a Job.
It
folks.
is amazing. It is.
There's no other talent like his.
I wanted what's your thoughts on a federal abortion ban in America?
At one time, I thought that we should have a law to ban abortion. And we definitely should not agree with it, but it's best not to agree with it or disagree with it and just let people live the lives that they want to live. If they want to kill children in the womb and suffer the consequences, because there are consequences of it, then let them do that. Let them suffer. Because even if there were laws against, there were, at one time, there were no law against abortion. Oh, there were laws against abortion, and the women would go and kill the babies anyway. And so, and even though we have laws, I don't know, we don't have laws against abortion right now, I don't think. And they're still doing it. Yeah. You can't do anything, nor should you be concerned about the way others decide they want to live. Let them live the way they want to live and don't judge them. Leave them in their misery and let them suffer the consequence of their own hell. So, because even if we had a law against abortion, they still going to kill the children. Those that want to do it, they're going to do it anyway.
But my thought. So I've always been very passionate when it comes to, and very passionate when it comes to abortion. I hate it, and
You hate it?
I shouldn't say the word hate, but yeah, I can't stand
and why?
Abortion.
Why?
I just really don't like the idea that there is a life being killed.
And why not?
Well, I think life should have a chance. I don't say life is precious because I do believe in the death penalty. So, but I do believe life deserves a chance.
And why?
So, I just think life is life. You know, it begins at conception. So once there is life, then there's something living. So I feel like that should be allowed to prosper, or at least we should be able, all the way to birth. There should be no abortion.
And why? Why do you feel that way about some other female that want to kill the man's child in her womb? Why do you feel that way about that?
Well, I don't believe she has the right to kill that baby, does she?
And why? Why do you feel that way?
Well, it's not her. It's not her. She's literally killing another human being.
And you're right. She is killing another human. She is killing another life created by God. But why does it bother you at all that she does? Why does it bother you what someone else decides they're going to do in their own lives? Why does that bother you? Why do you hate that?
Well, for starters, we don't have the right to just write someone's life off. I don't believe. Unless we're, I believe. Your question is very difficult because I just feel a visceral reaction to abortion.
And why does it bother you in that way that somebody else decide that they're going to kill the man's child? Why does that bother you at all?
I think it does bother me because I don't feel that they have that right to do that.
And what right do you have to feel anything about what someone else do to themselves.
That's fair. I think no matter what, I think, and I get what you said, like I don't have the right over anybody else, but I think when it comes to life, I think, well, at least I feel that I do have at least, like, I think I have more of a right to question someone or to try and, I think I have more of a right to stop someone ending an innocent life.
And why?
Well, they're innocent. I mean, they haven't done anything wrong.
What good does it do you to feel that way about someone else deciding they want to live a miserable life? They want to kill the children in the womb. What good does it do you to feel or think anything about it at all? What good does that do you or the situation?
Yeah. Well, the only thing I can think that makes sense to say is that we don't know what that life is going to produce. So that life could be, I mean, it's all about, the thought I've got right now is it's about, it's not nothing concrete, but it's more what could that life develop into. And I think, I mean, if we go back in history, like the abortions that have been done since abortion, where it's like 70 million, 80 million, who knows what those lives could have been. There could have been somebody that was just, amazing. So I think, like, I think my right is, or what kind of sticks with me is what those lives could be.
What good does it do you to be concerned about what someone else decides they want to do to kill the man's children in the womb?
Jesse, you're killing me. You're killing me right now. Because I get, like, I hear what you're asking, but
what am I asking?
I don't know what else to say. Look, I'll be honest, I don't know what else to say because...
But you're not telling me what good is it doing you, or what good is it doing the child that the woman is killing inside the womb? What's good is it doing?
It's not doing good. It's not doing me... I'll say, I don't care. It's not doing me any... It may not be doing me any good, but that's not why I feel so strongly about it. So I don't really care if it does me any good.
But why do you feel anything about it at all? Would you rather hurt than feel nothing at all?
No, so even though it doesn't affect me, I feel it, and because it's right. I feel that it's right that abortion is bad. Like, that's all I can say, Jesse. Is
so would you rather hurt than feel nothing at all?
Hurt, did you say?
Would you rather hurt than feel nothing at all?
No, I'd rather hurt. I'd rather hurt.
I'd rather hurt than feel nothing at all.
I think
you'd rather hurt than to feel nothing at all about somebody else killing a man's child in their womb. You'd rather hurt. What good is it doing you to hurt?
Well, it's not doing me any good, but I don't want innocent babies being killed.
What good is it doing the innocent babies being killed for you to hurt rather than feel nothing at all?
But I shouldn't feel nothing at all, should I?
What good is it doing you to hurt than to feel nothing at all? What good is it doing the baby or you?
Well, if I do nothing, then it does nothing, I suppose.
What good is it doing you or the child that's being killed in the womb? What good is it doing you to hurt rather than feel nothing at all?
I'm not sure.
And so what's the purpose of you hurting like that then?
Well, I'm not sure, but I'm not sure. I like. Can you help me out a little bit?
Do you think God is hurting because some woman decided to kill the baby in the womb? Is God hurting from that?
I feel like yes.
You think that God is hurting because some female decided to kill the baby in the womb? God is hurting from that.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, do you even think for a minute that he's hurting?
I mean, yeah. Yes.
Yes, but God can stop her from doing that if he were hurting.
Yeah. Wait. So I'm curious. Do you think that it's okay? Because I've watched videos where you said you don't agree with abortion.
I don't.
So
but I'm not feeling it until someone decides to do it. They have a right to live in their misery. They have a right to kill all the children in the womb and suffer the consequence. If that's how they want to live, I have no right to hold it against them.
That's it. Yeah, no,
and I have no right to hurt either because they're doing it.
Oh, I get what you're saying, and I think that's the difference. Is at the moment, it does affect me. I feel like it is affecting me deeply with all the abortions that happen. But I get where you're coming from. It shouldn't. I shouldn't let it affect me as much as what it does. Because I can't control it.
And when you're hurting because somebody else is killing the children in the womb, who is hurting?
Well, I'm not physically. At the end of the day, I suppose it's the child, isn't it?
Who is hurting when you're hurting? Who is hurting? When you say, I'm hurt, who is hurting? Who are you talking about?
Well, I think that's a correction I should make, which is I'm not actually hurting.
But why do you say you're hurting then?
Well, I think it was a kind of a, I suppose it was I suppose I was misspeaking, I mean, I thought maybe, I know I'm not hurting when an abortion happens, but I think when I was saying that, I was thinking more, emotionally, which, that's a bit beta, thinking emotionally.
And who are you? Who are you?
Sorry?
Who are you?
Who am I? What do you mean?
Who are you?
Who am I? I'm LACHLAN.
You what?
Who am I? Did you say?
Yes. Who are you?
Yeah, I'm LACHLAN.
That's your
Australia.
name. But who are you? I didn't ask what's your name. I asked us. Who are you?
I mean, I'm a man that believes in what's right.
I didn't ask you what you believe in, what you are. I asked, who are you?
Oh, Jesse. Who am I? I don't know, Jesse.
Hold on a minute, LACHLAN. Can you hold?
Yes, I can.
Let me take a quick break. The hate news, not the fake news. Quick break, 2 more hours ago. Back in a moment. I want to go back to LACHLAN out of Australia. And LACHLAN is really feeling bad for, he doesn't like it when women kill babies in the womb. He doesn't like it at all. And we were talking about that, but I asked LACHLAN, when he say, I don't like it, who is he referring to? Who are you? And he was going to think about it for a minute and let me know. LACHLAN.
Yes, Jesse.
So who are you?
Yeah, I've been thinking about that. So I think in response to that question, really I'm just a human, a flawed human. So it made me kind of realize I don't really have I suppose I don't really have a right to kind of judge people the way that I do, especially like when it comes to abortion. Excuse me, by the way, my throat's a bit croaky. I'm a bit sick at the moment. Yeah, I mean, that's all. That's the only way I can respond there, I think.
And so, what time is it there in Australia right now?
It's just gone midnight.
Gone midnight. What the? So, LACHLAN, who are you?
I don't know. I don't know how to answer that. Like, I don't know how to answer that. I'm just a man. I don't know. Yeah.
So you have a human body. You live in a body, but who are you? You have a male body, so you're male. But who are you?
I mean, I don't know. I actually don't know how to respond to that. I don't know, I don't know. I wish I did, because...
So when you were saying things like, I don't like abortion, I get mad, I didn't this, who were you referring to?
I suppose I'm referring to myself, which is, a human being that just doesn't want to see life wasted.
But so you don't know who you are, so you're not your body, you're not, are you your thoughts and emotions?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm not. I mean, emotions are deceptive, but I suppose I'm.
And so when you were saying, I'm upset about it, but I feel this, I feel that, who were you referring to?
I think I was referring to...
When you say you are, who is the you are that you're referring to?
I think I was referring to the me that is, that thinks, and I think I was referring to the me that thinks and feels.
Are you your thoughts and emotion, your feelings?
I don't believe so, no.
And so why do you call that I or me?
Well, I think that, and that's kind of what I thought about during the break, which was, that's not really me. But Michael, can I ask just curious, what was that? Because I see where you're coming from, and I. So what was that then?
Where am I coming from?
Sorry?
You say you see where I'm coming from about that. Where am I coming from?
Well, I think I understand what you mean, which is I'm not my thoughts or my feelings, which I do agree with.
So why do you call them you? Why do you call them you?
Because I thought at the time that I guess I thought that was me, my thought, because it was my thoughts. I was in my thoughts and my feelings.
And are they your thoughts? Do you create your own thoughts?
No, I don't think I create my own thoughts.
And so why do you call the thoughts you or yours?
That's a good question. I'd like to be able to answer that, but I can't.
So why don't you get to know... First, because of time, what is it like not knowing who you are? What is it like living that way, not knowing who you are? What is that like?
I thought I did. I thought I did know who I was. I don't know. I thought I did know who I was. I thought I, did what was right. I thought I understood what was right. So I don't know. Yeah, I thought I did know who I was. I think I know who I am.
But you can't tell me who you are if you think you know who you are?
Well, yeah, I mean, I understand. Like it's. I just don't know. I guess I don't know what you mean when you say who are you. Like I'm just, when it comes to thoughts and feelings, I know I'm not my thoughts or my feelings, but I don't know. I guess I don't know how to articulate what I am.
Here's what I suggest, because of time. Here's what I suggest: that you get to know who you're not, so that you can find out who you are. And you do that by paying attention from within. You live from within and get to know who you're not and what you're not and who you're not, so you can know who you are. Stop identifying with the false self. You're not your thoughts. You're not your emotions. You're not your body. You're not your job. You're not your job title. You're not the things that you think that you are. And stop calling yourself those things, so you can find out who you really are. How will you be free if you never discover who you really are?
Well, that's true, and
No, that was a question.
But can I ask one question?
That was a question. How will you ever know who you are if you don't discover who you're not?
Well, you're right, and I think I need to work on that. Well, definitely, obviously. Like, I need to kind of figure that out,
And you have one other question for me.
Yeah, because, look, I love your show, just so you know. And by the way, Trump is, I wish Trump was our leader.
I know. What manner of man is this? The wind and the sea obeys him. The great white hope, Donald Trump.
He really is the great white hope. But I wanted to ask you very quickly, have you heard about the Australian mass immigration protest?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a mess.
I love it. It was a mess. It was an absolute mess. And I just wanted to know if I'm glad to hear that you've, heard about it. But also, one last question. I know because of time. Do you think you'll ever come to Australia?
Yes.
And for like either a Q&A or a church service or something?
Yes.
Well, Jesse, I hope to be there when you do.
Absolutely. Make sure you're on our email list and all that kind of stuff. So when I'm ready to go there, and I am going there, we can send out the emails to all those people in that area there. All right.
I will. Thank you so much, Jesse. And you've given me a lot to think about. And just for the chat, calm down, chat. All right, Jesse. Yeah, I saw some crazy people in the chat. But anyway, Jesse,
don't react. Don't be looking at don't pay attention to what people are saying.
No, you're right.
You shouldn't even have any concern about that at all. Zero. Because human beings are evil. Human beings are evil, and they get a thrill from trying to hurt others.
Yes, and I agree with that. I agree totally with that we're in a fallen state.
Yeah. All right, man. Good talking to you, LACHLAN. Call me again.
Thank you, and I will.
All right, bye now. I want to throw this in. This is from the Press Enterprise. About 40 students from Temecula Day Middle School on Tuesday morning, September 2nd, protest transgender student sharing a locker room with others. Watch this from X.
All right, boys. Why are you here today, and why should we protect girls in the bathrooms, locker rooms, and sports?
For fairness. For fairness.
Fairness?
I'm here to support my friends because they're suffering from a transgender guy that has a men's you know, and the woman should not be doing that because it belongs to the women's locker room. I don't think it's all right. It's not good.
I feel like women have the right to be disgusted if a boy is changing in the girls' locker room.
Yeah.
What beta boys? It's a shame that the schools are using little kids like that, and the parents are allowing that to happen. It really is. What a mess. But that's what's going on. This is hell on earth. And parents don't love their children. Now, those kids, they have no idea what they're talking. Now, they may know, I'm sure they know boy from a girl, but whatever. Those are their kids. And I have more proof that my country would never return. I bet you never thought you would see this in America. And it's going to get worse. Over in Michigan, in the United States of America, it's being reported. Think about this, folks. This is what happened to Europe, and it is happening, and everything going out of control. In the United States of America, these people coming to our country, they're not becoming one with America. They're coming in, and they're still coming with third world mentalities and ideas. They're not coming here to be free. They're not coming here to assimilate. That's the word I'm looking for. They don't want to assimilate with you, with Americans. They want what we have, but they don't want to assimilate. They want their steel hellhole that they left. I bet you never, especially my generation, you never imagined that in this country, United States of America, they will have police patch in Arabic. They now, according to this report, have police patch in Arab in America. Do you know how dangerous that is? Do you know how dangerous that is? And how is that assimilating? How is that bringing the country closer? Do you know how dangerous that is? Fox 2 is reported that Dearborn Heights Police Department has unveiled a new optional police patch that is the first in the U.S. to feature both English and Arab in the United States of America. They told me that Allah religion is about conquering the world. They want to take over all the religion and destroy them and be the religion of the world, and it's working. In the United States of America, they have an Arab police patch. How is that assimilation? How is that going to make America better? The new patch is meant to honor and reflect the city's large Middle East and North Africa population. If that doesn't make you shake in your boots, I don't know what will. Watching from Fox 2.
Fox 2, Scott Wolchuk is live now to tell us all about this. And we're talking about a language or ethnicity here.
Yeah, you know what? The language we're talking about is Arabic. This is in Dearborn Heights. There's a new patch that's in production, and it's optional. The police officers don't have to wear this specific patch, but it's getting a good amount of commentary on it. So here, take a look at it. You can see it right there. It was designed by a Dearborn Heights police officer. The whole idea, unity and diversity, right? If you've been to Dearborn Heights, there's a lot of businesses with Arabic written on it, you know, so it's kind of a thing that reflects the community. Of course, not everybody feels that way.
Amazing, huh? How is this allowed to happen in the United States of America? The Allahu Abba people hate Christians and Jews, and we are infidels in their minds, and they're quietly taking over a Christian nation. And you're sitting in the back thinking you're being nice and you're being this and you're being that. You're giving up your own freedom in ways that you will regret. You can bank on that. You're going to regret this. This is dangerous. There's nothing good about it. This is not America. And they have done this to the Europe, and is out of control. A few Dearborn residents reacted to the new Arabic patch. Watch this.
I went around town kind of asking people, hey, what do you think about it? One of the first guys I talked to actually spoke Arabic. He could read it. So I asked him, well, what does the Arabic text say?
It says Dearborn Heights. Dearborn Heights, Shortak. Short. Cool. So I think I got it somewhat right. We have a lot of Middle Eastern community around Dearborn Heights, Dearborn. So I think it's cool that they're introducing it first time, you said, in the United States of America. So I think it's pretty cool.
I guess that's the culture down here is highly Arabic. So I guess it's, in my opinion, I guess it's okay. I mean, like I said, it's different. I don't agree with it, but I don't disagree with it.
It is the first one in the country to have Arabic on it. What do you think?
Wow. Awesome. I wish I knew how to say awesome in Arabic.
Do you think there's probably some haters out there?
Of course. Well, that's everywhere, though.
How easy it is to accept evil. These guys are blind, they're stupid. And nothing good about that. There's nothing good about that at all. Why would you come to America and you want to bring Arabic into America? Why don't you want to come in and become an American? What's your plan? And these dumb people can't see what they're doing because they're blind. And you can do what you want with this. This is what happened in Europe. Over there, they have their own Arabic areas in Europe. And most of the time, the police can't even go over there because they have the Sharia law. And now it gets to a point that if you speak out against the illegals or the so-called immigrants in Europe, you get arrested. That's coming to America. This setup is happening. And I want to give you a quick example because of time. What is already happening, but what will continue to happen in a worse way because you allow the enemies to come in and set up Arab patches and all this stuff in your country, and you think it's nice. No, they should have American patch. Let me show you, according to this story, if it's true, this is already happening, what's going to happen in America. Here's a video of a French girl rejecting a migrant advances and is then slapped in the face. Watch this from X.
Ça vraiment, c'est du lourd.
You're letting these savages in your country, this is what you're going to get. It's already how, as quiet as it's kept, white people already under genocide. It's going to get worse for these kind of people. You think it's nice that they're giving you an Arab patch? There's nothing good about that. That's a dangerous sign that you're calling good. And like on this journey, if you take this journey, I'm told that they think that guy said this must really hurt in French. That guy that was speaking at the end there. I'm not sure what he was saying, but I'm being told that's what he was saying in French. And white people, they're coming after white women, and they're going to destroy white men if you try to stand up because you waited too late. It's like when you're on this journey to overcoming the false self, the ego nature, there are signs along the way. But you don't pay attention to the signs. You fall for the signs. You go with the signs rather than rejecting them. And you stay in your darkness. It's a spiritual battle. And we're losing America. They got women taking over because they know there's no power in the woman. You're losing America. They're letting these foreigners in and giving you their identity. You're losing America. You've been warned. 888-7. The sign along the road is warning you, and you're missing it. Did you hear that? We played this soundbite of a guy by the name of Rampage Jackson. No, his name was Raja Jackson, who is the son of Rampage Jackson, right? And this Roger guy was accused and allegedly went up on this platform and attacked and beat up a white man. And now they're saying that his father disowned him. According to the report, he's done with his son for acting that way. According to the report, New York Post is reporting that UFC legend Rampage Jackson has cut contact with his son, Raja, and called for his arrest. Jackson told the show host on Wednesday, he dishonored my name. Watch this from X.
Are you at all worried about his well-being?
Yeah, it's my son. I am worried about his well-being. How many kids you got?
I got 3.
All right, so why you asking me some stupid shit?
Well, can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it would feel like to see my son do that. I also don't think I would cut my son off if he did that. So if you are worried about his well-being, why are you not talking to him?
Because he dishonored my name. And
But he's still your son.
No, listen. I'm not cutting him off for forever. I just haven't talked to him.
But this is the worst moment of his life. He needs you now more than ever.
No, listen, I talked to him after this happened, and he hid the fact that he did this shit. And, he put my other kids at danger based off what the other people saying. And I just can't talk to him right now. I just can't.
Amazing. What do you think about that, Nick? Hey, come here. That he cut it off his son because he dishonored his name.
Well, I mean, just hearing you say that sounds silly, but I'm not entirely even sure what he's thinking. I mean, he said it sounds from when you say that, it sounds like he's cut him off. I never want to talk to him again. But then I watched the clip here a little bit. It sounds like, oh, I just haven't talked to him yet, so I don't know if he even planned it. Right. Anyways, let me just respond to that statement, though. I think that's silly. I mean, dishonor your name.
And why do you think that's silly?
Yeah, because you're making the situation about something that's not real, your name and the dishonoring of it. That's not happening at all. That's not even reality. What happened was with his son, and then that physical event. So
amazing. Also, it seems like the father is as angry as the son is. He's mad at his son because his son just honored the name. Now, if the father wanted to cut him off, that's fine, but it just sounds like the father is angry too.
That's an interesting point. I've seen some of them, their streams and stuff, and Rampage has this. I saw one thing where he got offended by somebody saying something to him once, like in a similar way. I have to say.
Well, he seemed angry at the host there asking him the questions. He seemed angry there. And I don't know what that means, though I have heard it before. How can somebody dishonor your name? You make a good point, Anchor Babe. I don't. What do y'all think about this?
'Cause the dishonor name thing is supposed to be like, like a family thing sometimes, like how to be decent and all that. But someone saying that is because that's gone. There is no decent family members. Like you're saying that because that you don't have that.
That's interesting. What do y'all think about it? Hate said it sounds like a Bruce Lee quote. You've dishonored my family, and you've dishonored the Shaolin
Temple.
Shaolin Temple. That's a movie quote, drama. And so I'm being told by Hate, this guy said that, but because he's not a Chinese, only Chinese people care about honoring their families. What a mess! 888. What do y'all think about that? It sounds like a mess. The father seems as angry as the son, though. He may not be. It just seems like he is. But he may not be.